Hey y'all, welcome to your volunteer training for extra special people. My name is Hunter Pugh, and I'm the volunteer outreach and engagement intern here. We're so excited that you're going to volunteer with us, and we hope you love it as much as we do. Thank you in advance for all you guys will do for our extra special friends. We're going to get started with some basic history about ESP, what we do here, and our policies and procedures. But first, we're going to watch a quick video.
Hope is a choice. Once you choose it, anything is possible. In 1986, Martha Wiley envisioned a community that loved individuals with disabilities just as much as she did. She opened her heart and created ESP, welcoming 21 participants for 1 week of summer camp. Martha continued to grow this love, moving programs to a local church, then to Athens Academy, and finally to our own building, the ESP Gym. For years, Martha continued growing the mission of ESP, hosting multiple weeks of camp and monthly weekend events. My name is Whitaker, and I was an 18-year-old camp counselor when I found out the news that Martha was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Soon after, Martha passed, leaving behind her an agency that had grown to serve 100 campers. I was approached to run camp and raise $50,000 in a few short months to keep ESP's doors from closing. The community rallied together and continued Martha's legacy of hope. Our mission is to create opportunities for people with disabilities and their families to engage, connect, and thrive. As we continued to grow and advance this mission, something became very clear. While we began as a small community, we were becoming burdened with a daunting waiting list of children who wanted to experience the ESP magic. In 2012, a dream was formed for a new space. A space made just for individuals with special needs. A space that gave our participants dignity, worth, and somewhere they could thrive. A place to share with those who are waiting. This dream then turned into the creation of a 14,000 square foot facility built by our community. A dream that started as serving more participants, but then turned into a beautiful home for the kids who deserved it most. Now, with this space, ESP has grown to serve more than 300 participants and their families, with the help of 9 full-time staff, 150 volunteers a week, and over 2,000 volunteers a year. And our programs that include 20 after-school enrichment programs, 8 weeks of camp, and much-needed family support. While our new home was being built, a dream formed that we didn't know we had. A dream that began as a 70-acre camp property, but then turned into a hope of giving these same individuals and children all over the country the experience of overnight camp. Our vision is to create transformative camp experiences for individuals with disabilities, to build a summer home that sees each of these campers for exactly who they are, to build a camp that believes in accessibility first and believes that every child deserves the experience of camp. The future of Camp Hooray is a place where
every kid of every ability, just like me, gets to experience every part of camp.
It has been said that hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of darkness. At ESP, we continue to dream and continue to hope because we know that children of all abilities deserve to share their light with the rest of our world. And because at ESP, anything is possible.
All right, so ESP's mission is that we create opportunities for people with disabilities and their families to engage, connect, and thrive. This is really important because we serve over 300 families throughout 30 counties in Georgia of all ages and all abilities, starting at age 4 all the way up to age 57. We do not turn away any family based on their child's ability, medical needs, behavior, financial state, or age. We happily accept anyone with a developmental disability, and they can never age out of our program. This is a place where we want them to thrive their whole life and make connections with the friends around them. So a little bit on the work that we do. We have a lot of different special events that we have. So first, our big 3 events. We have 3 different fundraisers throughout the year. Big Hearts is our first one that we hold throughout the year. Big Hearts is our biggest fundraiser, requiring over 300 volunteers for just one day. It's a Broadway show, talent show, parade, and banquet all in one. It's a really special event where our participants get to shine and show off all of their abilities and fun little traits about themselves. Our next event is called Big Jump. Big Jump is our wildest fundraiser of the year, where we have people volunteer to raise funds for ESP and jump out of a plane. Even our participants will skydive. It really emulates the boldness of our participants and how they take chances and face fears every day. We usually need around 100 volunteers for this event to help run the festival occurring while our skydivers jump. Big Trail and Tug is held in the fall and is our messiest fundraiser. It's a 5K trail run and tug of war competition held in a giant mud pit. We need about 100 volunteers for this day as well. All three of these events are huge for our fundraising goals of the year to allow us to support more kids to come experience the magic that is ESP. We also hold a fall festival, spaghetti suppers, a Jolly Jubilee, and more events for our families to be able to connect and thrive as well, so they know they have a community and family here at ESP. We also hold special age-appropriate events for our participants throughout the year. Our 17 and younger participants go to club events throughout the year, where we might take them to the movies or Chuck E. Cheese or a trampoline park. Our participants 18 and older will go to NKA events, or No Kids Allowed, where they will go to volleyball or basketball games at UGA, a simulated fraternity party, or a tailgate. We also hold Bulldogs and Buddies, our most popular event for participants and volunteers alike, where we go to UGA and meet the football team. All of these are amazing events that you can get involved with here at ESP. And if you just can't get enough, we also hold 8 weeks of summer camp. We have a paid summer staff that's here all 8 weeks, or you can just come volunteer for a week. Next, if you are our UGA student, please join ESP at UGA. It's a student-run organization created to recruit volunteers, raise funds, and increase awareness through advocacy of ESP on UGA's campus. The club has grown exponentially in the last year, and we'd love for you to join so you can be a part of all they're doing on campus to help grow ESP. So under development, we really are asking all of volunteers to join in raising support for our participants by creating a fan club page with the goal of raising $300. So the average cost to raise a typical child is about $250,000 from age 0 to 18. But if you have a child with special needs, the cost is 10 times that, with it being $2.5 million to raise a child. So this is really important that ESP can help cover the cost of sending participants to camp. So it costs about $1,000 to send a child to camp. And with ESP's fundraising, we are able to create the cost for families $250 or less. Fan Club is raising $300 to fully cover the cost to send the child to camp, so please set up a fundraising account. So next we're going to go over some general expectations of being here. All volunteers will conduct themselves professionally here at ESP. We will not tolerate possession or use of alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs here, attending event or program under the influence, use of profanity, foul language, or crude jokes, possession of weapons on ESP property or any ESP function, and that includes pocket knives, or abuse or harassment of any 360 participants, staff, or other volunteers. We want to make sure this is a safe environment for participants, volunteers, and staff alike. So if you ever feel uncomfortable, please come to any staff member that you trust and we can talk about that with you. And if any volunteer fails to comply with any of these expectations, they will be asked to leave ESP permanently. So part of safety here at ESP is we have a pretty important rule called the Rule of 3. It means that you always have 2 staff or volunteers to 1 participant if separated from the group. If you leave to go to the bathroom, the sensory room, the kitchen, just to walk around, it's really important that you always have 3 people with you. It protects you and your participant, and safety is our number 1 concern. Also, if any accident happens that day resulting in injury to you or your buddy, damage done to the building, or if anything medically or behaviorally related occurs, you may be asked to fill out an incident report for any accident. Your instructor will let you know if this needs to be done. When it comes to attendance, commitment and consistency is key. Our participants rely on you for consistency and often will act out when buddies they're used to being here don't show up. We really expect you guys to work about 45 hours a semester. So 360 is a 12-week commitment, which is 36 hours, and then you can select from any of the volunteer opportunities that I covered earlier to cover the remaining of 9 hours that you'll need. If you miss a shift, we'll ask you to make up those hours through another shift or a volunteer opportunity. When you get 45 hours, it qualifies you to get an experiential learning credit with UGA, which looks really good on resumes. It qualifies you for ESP awards, and it ensures top consideration for our paid summer staff positions. If you miss 3 weeks during the semester without explanation, we will be asking you to not return to 360. So dress code is also really important here. You're going to be running around, playing with your participants, bending down, stretching, picking up your participants. So we want you to be able to be comfortable. Your clothes might get dirty or ripped, so don't wear anything that was really expensive or any important jewelry. Closed-toed shoes are also really important. We know that we all love our chacos and sandals, but it's just better because you will be running around, and if your participant uses a wheelchair, you don't want to get your toes run over by a wheelchair. It doesn't feel very good. So also please don't wear any t-shirts that could show your underwear, and your t-shirt should be tucked into the side of your Nike shorts if your t-shirt covers your pants. If you're going to be doing piranhas, we really want you guys to wear a swim team bathing suit with a sports bra underneath it, and we also recommend wearing shorts on over it. Puberty is a confusing time for everyone in general, but imagine how it must be whenever you also have a developmental disability. We encourage this so that you are comfortable and so are our participants. And this goes for you as well. Please don't wear a bathing suit that is too short or inappropriate. So the way the hierarchy is set up here at ESP is we have 3 tiers: the cast, the core, and the crew. So the cast is our 9 full-time staff members here at ESP. These people are the ones who keep this place running. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for their tremendous heart, work ethic, and vision for ESP to keep growing and expanding. We also have AmeriCorps, which is our 1-year service learning experience. This year we have 6 members. They're given a place to live at Camp Hooray and a living stipend, and at the end of their service year, they get help with their student loan debt from AmeriCorps. Our AmeriCorps members are a huge reason why we've expanded so much and brought in 50 new families just last year. A few of our AmeriCorps members actually started out as volunteers here, so if this is something that you're interested, please keep an eye out for applications in the spring. And then we also have the crew, which is our interns, office staff, 360 instructors, and our summer camp counselors. And then we also include you guys. So there's over 300 volunteers that come each semester, and y'all are really the reason that we can keep ESP running. So y'all are the backbone of what we do, and we really thank you guys for being here. So we'll have a quiz on all of the policies and procedures that you just learned, and then whenever you're done with that, you can come back for how to be a volunteer.